Hi, good afternoon. I'm Dr. Lai. Today I will go on the calculus lesson. Today I will talk about the constant rule, the second rule of derivative. Let me get the share screen. Okay, I will just focus on teaching the thing that you need for IGCSE first, okay? IGCSE, you need calculus if you sit for the higher tier, okay? So now we go for the second rule. Yesterday we learned the power rule, okay? Today we talk about the constant rule. Constant rule is just so easy. The second rule is a constant rule, okay? C meaning constant in mathematics. The derivative of any constant actually is just zero, okay? So I told you yesterday what is meaning constant, right? Constant is just a number, okay? A fixed number. In mathematics, we call constants. All right, so this is the constant rule. All right, so besides with telling the rule, we have to do actual example, and then we know how to do it. Example. Okay, so for example, you have an equation y equal to 5. So now we go for the derivative. So remember, is dy dx would be equal to derivative of constant. What is it? Hmm? Zero. So whenever I see it's just a constant, I just put it. My answer is zero. So you're done. All right. Let me give further example for that. Any further example? Okay. Now, maybe yeah, maybe let's combine things with that. Okay, combine things. With the power rule. Okay, let me help you to recap the power rule first. You have power rule. So the power rule says that x to the n power and derivative. What do you have? You have put the n in front, and then x, and then this n must be -1, right? So this is the power rule. Usually in your IGC exam, all right, they will combine the power rule and the constant rule together, all right, and ask you to do the derivative. For example, this is the example, all right? So we have y equal to x cubed plus 6x plus 3. Okay, so dy dx or just y dash, okay? So the first one, let's do the first one right here. So remember how to do the power rule, okay? So the first, throw this 3 in front, and then use your index -1. So 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay, we are done with the first, okay? So, and then now the second one, second monomial, all right? Remember plus and minus, you just think of it as the bridge, separate the thing. So here is one monomial, another monomial, another monomial. So we do things monomial by monomial, all right? So here, remember what I tell you? If you have a constant in front of x to the first power, just after derivative, just the constant, all right? So you have plus 6. Okay, and now derivative of a constant. Here, the last monomial is a constant. Is a constant. Okay, a number is called constant. So derivative of it is just 0. Okay, but it's so odd. We won't say past 0. Okay, we just really ignore this. Okay, so your final answer would be this. All right, so Let's erase it. We won't write this one. So y equal to x cubed plus 6x plus 3. And the derivative of it is 3x to the second power plus 6. And that is the answer. And usually in the IGC SE high tier examination, you will be doing the derivative like that. All right? It's interesting. All right? And it's not difficult. I will give you more example to practice with. Let's go for the other example. I don't erase the rule, okay? The rule is something that for you to refer to. You won't need it. When you practice more, follow my example. Remember, write it down and practice it and compare with my answer. See whether you can do it. But the first step of learning, you must listen to my lecture and understand the concept. And then you write down and then you do your own practice and then compare your step and answer with mine. All right, for the example. And let's say we have y equal to x squared plus 3x minus 7. Right, we imagine the plus and minus is like a bridge, separate the math. Okay, this is one monomial and the other one, always the sign belong to the number followed, all right? And here, so we have 3 different monomial, we have to do the derivative. Okay, let's change the sign. Not just only know that derivative, meaning dy over dx. It could be the other thing, okay? We say that y is a function. Y is equal to f of x. So sometimes when you see that, you have to be flexible. For example, I don't say y, I say f of x. So you would do f pi of x or f dash of x, the derivative. Okay, so we will have, again, throw this one in front, the power rule, throw the n in front, so 2x. And then the index minus 1, 2 minus 1 is 1, so it's 1. Okay, remember x to the first power, we don't write it. Don't do that, okay? This is not professional, all right? Just we do it like that. Okay, so and then the question is, okay, and then 3x. I forgot an x here. So sometimes when do math, we have to check, okay? So this one, remember, if there is a constant and an x, the first power, your derivative, just taking the coefficient in front, okay? So plus 3. All right, and then the last one here, derivative of a constant, what is it? According to the rule, okay? It's just 0. And remember, we won't say plus 0. But this is not nice, okay? So I just ignore it, okay? Derivative of a constant is 0. So this one would be your final answer. Your final answer would be 2x plus 3, okay? All right. I pause for 1 minute. Let me check a message. Every day I have a lot of message sent to me. So let me check a message before go on. Take a look of it. All right, okay. So sometimes when we learn something, we have to pause and think, okay? And look at the step and analyze and then understand it. And that is the way we absorb the knowledge. Don't do things too quick, okay? Slow down, slow down. Once you understand, you can speed up anytime. Okay. Here, I give you more example. So, okay, further example, we have 5x cubed. I put a y, okay. Y equal to 5x cubed minus 6x squared plus 11. All right, homeschool educator and homeschoolers, you are very smart. I pause for 1 minute, like you finish it. Okay? I want to see you do it. Have a go. Try. All right. So now it's my turn to do it and compare your answer with my answers. All right. You could use y dash, just different way of doing the derivative. And then remember, we got the first monomial first, right? So throw this one in front to times the coefficient. So you have 15, and then you have a 3 right here, right? Remember the rule? The n must be -1. So 3 minus 1 is 2. You're done with the first monomial. Now, go for the next one. Right here, the second one is here. Remember the sign, the negative plus is a sign, all right? In mathematics, we call. It has to go with the later number, okay? The number follow. Okay, this is always the rule. Now, again, do the same thing. Throw this index in front to times the coefficient. So 2 times 6, 12. And then this one minus 1, the index minus 1, 2 minus 1 is 1. So just x. All right, and the last term. Right here, plus 11. All right, so plus 11, what is it? 11 is what? It's a constant in mathematics. Constants, any number in mathematics we call constants. So derivative of a constant, what is it? According to the constant rule, homeschoolers, what is it? 0. Do you have to write down past 0? No, you don't. It's not professional. All right. So just leave it. So this would be your final answer. All right. You got a beautiful answer. There, 15x to the second power minus 12x. So you're right. Compare my answer and with your answer, totally correct. Smart boy, smart girls. All right. So is calculus difficult? Not difficult. All right. Let's do one more question. Okay, let me get one more question for you. So usually the IGCSE exam question, you just like that, okay? Mixed with the power rule and the constant rule. That is about, it's not difficult. Only when you go to A level and we step up. First, I will help you for the IGCSE first, because I believe majority of the homeschooler, they have to take the IGCSE math. I would highly recommend you take higher tiers. Lower tier don't include calculus. If you want to apply university, you need to take the hard one, all right? A bit harder, include calculus. Calculus represents smart student, and you are all smart students, so take the higher tier one, all right? So one more example. So y equal to 5x to the cube plus 2x negative 1 plus 13. All right, again, dy dx. All right, let me highlight each one. The first monomial first. Throw the index in front to times the coefficient. You have 15x, and then you have an index power rule, index minus 1. So you have 3 minus 1 is 2. We are done with the first monomial. Now the second monomial. All right, fold the index in front times the coefficient 2. So it's negative 2. And then this is n, you need to minus 1, so it's negative 2, right? And then the last one, what is this number we call? We call constant. What does it mean? That means you have to use the derivative of constant rule. So derivative of a constant, what is it? Answer me? Right, 0. Okay, so do you want to write down 0 plus 0? No, just leave it. All right, 0 is nothing plus it is meaningless. So this would be your answer. But as I told you before, by math habit, what happened? We don't want to have a negative index as our final answer. All right, so change it to be positive index. Okay, dy dx equal to 15 x to the second power, and then minus 2 over x to the second power. Okay, so this would be a very nice final answer. Explain one more time why we become over x to the positive second power. Because the rule a to the negative n power, this is the index rule. Okay, so equal to what? Imagine the negative actually is 1 over. And then the base and the index go down below become positive. So this is the same go with here. So that's why become this is applying this rule for the last one. Okay. Okay. Can you see it? Okay. So is it all right? Yes. It's good. You're doing a good job. All right. So now, please understand it, watch the video, and understand each step. You should have a step, not just sometimes jump and then come to here. In mathematics, when the teacher mark you, not only marking your final answer just answer mark, your working step, also very important. That is represent your logic. The same as you writing an essay. You cannot just say title and then the conclusion paragraph. You can't, right? You need to follow the step. You have introduction, you have body paragraph, and then you have the concluding paragraph. The same. Everything you need to have the logic to follow. Mathematics is the same. The marking of the step actually consists most of the mark in the IGCSE. All right? Okay, every time when we prepare an exam, actually we have to monitor it, okay? What we learn, is it what the examination want us to do, okay? That is checking the knowledge that you need to take this exam. So what am I going to do? Let me see. Let me pull up the screen for you. Look this one. Right here. Okay, good here. So now you see, this is syllabus. You can get it in the Pearson website. I will show you later. Okay, you see, this is the calculus need for the higher tier. Just follow it. What you need, understand the concept of variable rate of change. I will follow it to teach you. All right. Derivative integer power of x. You learn it in the first lesson. Okay. Determine gradient rate of change, stationary point, turning point. That means the stationary point. That means the maxima and the minima. All right. Well, I will tell you later. Okay. By differentiation and related these two graphs. Okay. Distinguish between maxima and minima by consider the shape of the graph, and also right here. Apply calculus to linear kinematic and to other simple practical problem. Speed, acceleration, that kind of thing. All right, I will teach you. Don't worry about it. I will walk you through all the calculus that you need for taking your IGCSE exam. Okay, when you finish my lecture for the calculus part in your IGCSE exam, you will be no problem. Okay, how do you get this document? Just see, this is how I get. You type Pearson qualification, and then IGCSE math higher tier, and then you click on it. The document, you will get it. All right, specification. Follow here. Okay, follow here to check things, check the requirement, everything. All right. Every time homeschool educator, when you prepare the exam, you have to follow the examination board syllabus to do things. Okay, you're not just doing things without looking at it. It's not right. All right. Okay, so today's lesson will be stopped here. Good luck. Okay, next time I will walk you through the other topic of calculus for the IGCSE exam. Goodbye.